Hello again to another Agakala Reacts, and today we will be watching why Pitaya Mexican dragon fruit is so expensive. From So Expensive Food from Business Insider, and I might be looking a bit different than I looked yesterday, or I'm gonna look tomorrow, because the original video I reacted to for today was actually blocked worldwide from the copyright issues. So I had to re-record stuff. So let's just watch why is Pitaya, the dragon fruit, or a cactus fruit as well as it is known as, so expensive. And let's see.
Braving 30-foot high cacti, sharp spines and sweltering heat is the only way to reach this incredibly sweet and juicy fruit.
Oh wow, that's a lot of color. I thought it was only like white and
Pitaya is a
pink
type
one.
of dragon fruit. Once it is picked, time is of the essence. After 24 hours, the fruit begins to lose its flavour and texture. This makes getting pitaya to customers incredibly difficult and pushes the price higher depending on where you live. In Guadalajara, Mexico, a batch of 4,000 pitayas can sell for over $7,400.
Wow.
Getting your hands on some in the US can cost up to $22 for a bucket of 5 fruits. So what makes this fruit worth the painstaking task? And why is it so expensive? Pitayas grow.
Because I remember years ago, when I tried it first time, that was like really years ago, and I am a kind of firm believer that often fruits and vegetables are picked unripe for the obvious reason of ripening during the transport to the point of sale, and so I left it for maybe 2 days more, and it still wasn't ripe. It wasn't sweet at all, so I didn't really think about it getting it again. It wasn't cheap fruit either. So later, a few years again, and the other store had their pink pitayas, the dragon fruits, and I tried that one as well. And this one felt like it's a bit more ripe, so I left it for another 2 or 3 days, and that was actually delicious. It was absolutely one of the most delicious fruits I ever had.
Cacti, just like prickly pear and dragon fruit. They are often confused with dragon fruit because of the similarity of their names. Pitaya and
I was just thinking, actually, now I have to correct myself because I had dragon fruit. I don't think I ever had pitaya before, because I actually forget that this is not the same thing. Yeah.
Pitaya. But unlike dragon fruit or prickly pears, which grow all over the world, pitaya can only be found in Mexico and some parts of the US.
So it's totally different fruit.
In the Mexican state
I
of
don't think I ever
Jalisco,
had it.
these spiky fruits become a major driver of the local economy when
look
they're in
alike
season.
Lo que pasa es que la pitaya tiene mejor sabor, más color y es más dulce, pues. Como la tuna pone que sea.
So I just have to say that I was talking about dragon fruit. I wasn't talking about pitaya. You see, even I didn't know the difference.
Pero no es el mismo sabor que la pitaya. Y la pitaya, como dice, es un manjar de los dioses aquí, porque pues la fruta pues es muy buena, pues.
Can
todo el
you see
mundo
all
la
those
consume.
spikes on it?
Porque tiene mucha fibra, muchas proteínas, muchas pues vitaminas y todo eso.
Trinidad has been working with pitayas for 15 years. He started as a picker and now runs a wholesale and retail business.
Empecé desde abajo, desde cero, con mi canasto en el lomo vendiendo por las calles, así empecé el negocio.
He usually harvests the fruit during the night time and into the early hours of the morning. Pitayas grow on a type of cactus called the organ pipe cactus. These cacti can grow up to 30 feet tall.
Wow, they're massive.
To grab a pitaya at the top of the plant, Trinidad uses a long reed fitted with spikes.
Funk helps you.
Okay, so ads already. Okay, let's just watch those. Mute those, let's watch. And so obviously, like I just said it there during the video, I thought I was talking about pitayas, and I already tried pitayas. For some reason I was thinking that pitayas and dragon fruits are the same thing, even that they actually shown pitaya being all that spiky. So no, I haven't had a pitaya yet. Hopefully one day I will try it. And I don't think I ever had a prickly pear either, despite the fact that I lived in Tenerife and there were actually growing everywhere. But I was kind of afraid that something, like I might have some kind of adverse reaction to it. And I was, in a different country, just kind of not feeling very secure there, I think. So that was the reason why I never tried it, despite the fact that I was free there. So gonna have to try it someday. I do believe that everyone has some kind of allergy. It's just not everyone can find it, and I'm thinking I might have allergy to some fruit or vegetable or something that it's just not readily available in the places where I live. So, okay, we're back to the video, and let's just go back then.
Ya está buena, mira. Es chiquita blanca.
Chiquita blanca.
Ya está buena, ya nomás, mira. Ya estas tan buenas, ya se baja, mira.
What?
Y ya casi vienen peloncitas, mira. El sabor viene siendo dulce, a media pitaya arenosita, muy sabrosa.
Sandy texture is not
de
that
que pues está recién cortado ahorita.
advertising to me. But they do look tasty.
Pitayas are available for a very short window. The season usually starts around mid-April and lasts 60 to 70 days, with the first summer rains dictating the end of the season. Unlike dragon fruit or prickly pears, pitayas grow in much smaller numbers. In general, an organ pipe cactus can give 1 fruit per day, or 60 pitayas, for the whole season.
That's very
To
small
start
for
bearing
such a big
fruit
thing.
sparingly, the cactus needs at least 8 years. To reach full maturity, it needs 15.
And those, oh look
In
at it, the spice
comparison,
actually coming
at
off
full
really easily, huh?
maturity, A dragon fruit cactus can give 3 waves of fruit per season, of 100 fruits each.
Hay árboles, pues pitayas como estos. Tú de perdida tienen un 70, 80 años.
Wow.
Once the fruit is off the cactus, that's when the race begins. Pitayas are made up of 85% water and are very perishable. They can only last 24 hours before losing texture and flavour. When Trinidad is done picking, he has to process the fruit straight away if he wants it to arrive fresh to his customers. Before they can be sold, workers have to quickly remove the dozens of spines, by hand. While the spines are hard, the fruit is very fragile, so when cleaning, one has to be careful not to peel off too much skin. This would make the fruit more tender, and it would spoil faster.
Lo que pasa es de que, como es una fruta muy delicada, entre más cosas traigas en la mano, por decirlo así, un guante grueso, no sabes qué tanta fuerza puedas ponerle al agarrar la pitaya. Como esta, mira, que es bien dura, si yo, por decirlo así, le trajera un guante, o bien la apachurro, o con la fuerza que estoy poniéndole el cuchillo, saldría volando la pitaya. Entonces es preferible más que nada con la mano. Mayugas menos la fruta, y aparte que mayugas menos la fruta, la pitaya queda más.
At the peak of the season, Manuel can clean 3,000 to 4,000 pitayas a day. With this many pitayas, a good batch could be worth anywhere from $2,000 to $2,700. Pitayas are praised for their sweetness. They are also rich in vitamin C, fiber,
I like the fact
potassium,
there's so many
iron,
colors
and
on them.
calcium. And their seeds are rich in omega-3. Pitayas come in 4 colours: white, red, purple, and yellow. Despite being the same type of cactus, each plant will give a different colour pitaya with a different degree of sweetness.
Pero de esos colores hay muchas tonalidades. Hay varias amarillas, varias rojas, varias blancas. Y esta es la amarilla que te decía, mira. Esta es blanca, mira. Esta nosotros la conocemos como la gotita de miel. Esta pitaya que estoy pelando, mucha gente la conoce como las pitayas de los pillos, que vienen siendo mis abuelos. Son muy diferentes.
Because they spoil so quickly, there are a few ways that pitayas get distributed, each way determining the price. Manuel sells them at a stand that he has operated with his wife for the last 7 years.
Haz de cuenta que se manejan por canastos, y llegamos a tener hasta como 20, 25 canastos en temporada alta, cuando hay bastante.
Que te comes una y ahí está la espinita con la de que, déjame como la otra, déjame como la otra. A mí como vendedor me ha tocado conocer personas que parados aquí en mi puesto se han comido 50, 60 pitayas de un tamaño no muy grande, claro, ¿verdad?
Market stands like Manuel's are usually run by local families, but pitayas are not just sold at local markets. You can find Trinidad on the Colima-Guadalajara highway at the 49-kilometer mark, where he sells his pitayas from a roadside stand. Pitayas are cheapest when they're sold locally. In Mexico, the final price varies on the size of the fruit, but also on location. A batch of 4,000 high-quality pitayas that could be worth up to $2,700 in a local market could fetch over $7,400 for the extra hassle it took to rush them to the city.
Wow.
Andres runs a pitaya delivery company with his brother, Juan Pablo. They buy pitayas from wholesalers like Trinidad and Manuel and distribute them to customers in Guadalajara, the capital of Jalisco, and the only place, apart from small towns, where pitayas are readily available.
Sí, con nuestro esquema de negocio que tenemos de repartir cada pitaya a domicilio, se ha abierto una gran oportunidad para las familias que viven aquí, porque te platicaba que realmente la forma de conseguirlas es limitada.
Getting pitayas out of town and into the city is a challenge. The pitayas have been off the tree for a few hours now, and there's a high chance some of them will not make it to their destination.
Es muy complicado también el tema de la logística porque tienes que cuidar mucho el producto, ¿no? Porque si lo andas paseando, también se anda haciendo aguado, se anda haciendo pues, todos esos temas que pasa de la pitaya, ¿no? Entonces también tienes que cuidar que a un repartidor no lo mandes a tantos lados porque pues, va a andar paseándose y con el sol y así. Entonces es muy común que cuando nosotros compramos la pitaya, a la hora de repartirla y así, tenemos un cierto porcentaje de merma.
This is why pitayas are extremely rare to find outside of Mexico. Only a handful of companies will take the risk to ship the fruits abroad, either by driving hours to cross the US border or shipping them first class. These are usually pre-orders that reach the customer directly, rather than transporting the pitayas to another market stall. The final price will be double what a customer in Jalisco would pay.
Pues cualquier fruta que está en el mercado se mide por kilo, ¿no? Aquí se mide por pieza. Es muy especial este tema y se cobra por pieza porque es únicamente en Jalisco, únicamente en ciertos pueblos de Jalisco. Básicamente es el 90% de la fruta viene de esos pueblos. Los tienes que transportar hacia Guadalajara, entonces todo ese proceso pues, conlleva un gasto, entonces por eso se incrementa el precio, ¿no?
But it's the unpredictability of the season that plays the biggest role.
La gente lo paga 5 veces más del valor real, pero por el tema de que ya volvió la temporada de pitayas, hay poca, entonces hay que venderla más cara, ¿no?
In the last few years, pitayas have been even sweeter for locals. The demand is growing. Companies like Andres and Juan Pablo's are spreading the word outside of town, and the pitaya market is getting bigger. The weather has also been ideal for pitaya. In recent years, the rains have arrived a bit later than usual and brought less precipitation, lengthening the growing season. But this is not necessarily good news in the long term. While cacti thrive in deserts and the high temperatures allow their fruit to grow, they are not immune to extreme heat. A 2022 study found that 31% of the world's cactus species
That's a
are
lot.
currently threatened with extinction. By 2050, that number could increase to 90%
Wow.
as a result of the climate becoming hotter and drier. This pressure could make the pitaya an even more fleeting fruit. Even now, in full bloom, one season is not enough for locals like Trinidad to support themselves year-round.
De un negocio, suponiendo, no se vive uno solo. O sea que de otra cosa, de un lado sale y le vas tapando a otro y así te vas. Pues, no nomás, pues como tengo varios negocios, pues no nomás vivo de una sola cosa, ¿verdad? Pues como dices, tengo la tienda, tengo la tortilla de abarrotes, la carnicería, tengo aquí todo esto sembrado de mezcal, tengo ganado, puercos, borregos.
So that was very interesting. I learned something new. For some reason I always was thinking that pitaya and not dragon fruit but the prickly pear were the same thing. And well, now we know that it isn't. And I never tried it. So that's something to looking forward to, especially that there are 4 different colors, and I kind of like colorful fruits. So, did you ever had pitaya? Have you ever been in Mexico to actually try it there? Because that would be kind of interesting to know. Thank you very much for watching, and I see you tomorrow. Bye!